This is a Nubia phone. They both share a striking, rarely seen, notchless, true full-screen display. Their differences, however, lie in their completely different technology pipelines. One focuses on extreme gaming performance, while the other focuses on imaging and street-style photography. Nubia, aiming to combine the gaming performance of an iris sensor with Nubia's imaging capabilities, has truly decided to create a street scanning and gaming-focused gaming machine. The Nubia Z80 Ultra. However, after using it for a while, we've come to believe that Nubia's hardware isn't a concern. The key lies in its software advancement. Nubia's previous operating system, called MyOS, was, well, pretty average. Last year, like Vivo Origin OS, they went all in on the new Nebula AI OS. This year's version 2.0 is a complete reversal of previous Nubia offerings. The interface has also been redesigned. At first glance, it's not particularly distinctive, but at least clean and uncluttered. The icons and desktop layout settings are well done. There is an animation between the screen off and lock screen, which makes the connection seamless. The background maintenance is also good. Even if you open 10 or 8 applications and switch back and forth, you can still maintain a smooth experience without any lag. The small windows and sidebars have also kept up with the mainstream. There are no problems in using them, including the eye protection function that has become popular in the past 2 years. You can also find a lot of related options in the settings. It is still very smooth for daily use. As for the system homepage, operations and interruption animations, there have been great improvements this year, but there is still room for improvement in the floating screen and application experience. In terms of AI functions, relying on the Nebula AI OS 2 system, it supports one-click screen inquiry and can also circle the AI and AI standby. For example, if you encounter a call that is inconvenient to answer or a harassing call, you can let the AI answer it. At the same time, the content of the call will be displayed as text subtitles. For scenarios requiring translation, it supports call translation. The advantage is that it supports a wide range of languages, covering most high-frequency languages, which is not common among domestic manufacturers. Regarding the AI experience, it also supports a rich set of large AI models, which can basically help with daily needs related to food, clothing, housing, and transportation. The front of the phone uses 6.85-inch BOE X10 AMOLED 1.5K display with a completely uninterrupted, true full-screen design, thanks to a second-generation under-display camera luminous material with a 144Hz refresh rate. With this unobstructed screen, like a phone with a streaming function like an iPhone, the bullet screen will not be cut off by the hole when watching TV shows, and there will be no obstruction when playing games, making it feel like playing on a game console. A standard rate of up to 960 Hz and an instantaneous touch sampling rate of up to 3000 Hz for gaming, up to 2000 nits peak brightness, 10-bit color depth, 100% DCI-P, 3-color gamut, screen-to-body ratio, approximately 89.5% with HDR10+ support. Furthermore, the shutter button for photography can even be mapped to a game key, truly making the most of it. And since the new operating system's name already implies AI, Nubia has incorporated all the common AI features such as long press screen recognition, AI call captioning, translation and call waiting, AI writing assistance. Nubia has also implemented an AI-assisted photography feature. If you're new to photography, let your phone help you out, suggesting the right focal length and where to move the lens. At first, we thought it was just a gimmick, but after using it for a while, we discovered that this AI is truly capable. Not only can it quickly identify problems, but it also provides guidance on how to take better photos. How should I shoot from this angle? If you're still not sure about taking photos, you can also enable voice guidance for one-on-one photography instruction with the AI. The halo of the lamp could be drawn closer to create a softer contrast between the warm light and the blue curtains. It already has a very atmospheric feel. Is that so? The composition and contrast of light and shadow are already great. The halo of the lamp falls just right on the painting and curtains. No need to adjust it, just press the shutter. What many people don't know is that Nubia was the first smartphone brand in recent years to offer a custom 35mm equivalent focal length lens, even before its neighbor Blue Factory. This 35mm equivalent focal length has been incredibly well received by our editorial team, especially among photography enthusiasts. The Z80 Ultra is also one of the few smartphones on the market market with a native 35mm focal length. With a 50 megapixel 1.3mm sensor and a wide aperture of 1.7mm, it can capture stunning 35mm equivalent photos without cropping. In addition to the hand-rubbed filters now supported by many brands, it also features a humanistic street photography mode, offering ultra-wide and film-like effects. The film-like effect offers classic and retro effects, and you can also choose between fine or coarse film grain. The photos are truly stunning, with no filters needed. Using this mode with a 35mm lens for street photography is truly stunning. Speaking of street photography, Nubia's ultra-wide angle lens is also different from others. It uses an 18mm equivalent focal length of 1.55 inches. Compared to other cameras, it's not quite as wide, which is designed for street photography. If the 35mm lens is the human eye, then the 18mm lens is for capturing street shots with a greater sense of perspective. It's less prone to distortion, allows for more frame, and ensures higher image quality. But the most amazing thing about Nubia is its fully physical shutter button. Unlike most camera controls on the market, it's a simple two-stage mechanical shutter. A half press focuses, a full press takes the photo. It's specifically designed for taking photos. While the feel isn't as good as a regular shutter button, it still beats some of the more awkward feeling camera controls on the market. Furthermore, you can set it to launch the camera and automatically take photos with a long press, just like on Rigo cameras. If you swipe the camera all the way to the left, you'll see tons of camera features like astrophotography. If you're not satisfied with all the built-in filters on your phone, you can manually import your favorite LUTs, just like with the camera. If you prefer to search online for LUTs you like, you can try importing them into your phone. Well, I rarely use this feature myself. Now let's talk about the front camera. After all, it's an under-display camera. When this technology first appeared, the images were a bit blurry and awful. However, after years of refinement, Nubia has improved its front camera performance. Having said that, we found Nubia to be a very unique brand among the many phones we've tested. Both the hardware and software of the Z80 Ultra are very different from other recent releases. After all this time, isn't it natural for Nubia's camera with such a large rear lens module to take good photos? Now let's turn the phone over to show you the screen. You'll see that it displays the same interface as the Iris gaming phone. Iris phones are widely recognized for their top-notch gaming settings. So is it possible that with a 5th generation Snapdragon 8 Elite Edition chip, full LPDDR5X RAM, and a 4.1 UFS file system, after 30 minutes of playing Genshin Impact's classic game Life Extended City at high settings, the mouse hair resolution was around 860p. The perf dog test showed an average frame rate of 60 frames per second with a maximum back temperature of 41.5 degrees Celsius and an average power consumption of only 3.9 watts. The same was true for running Ming Dynasty for 30 minutes and still 60 frames per second with a maximum back temperature of 43.8 degrees Celsius and an average power consumption of 4.8 watts. But I feel that data is secondary to Nubia's focus. This time, Nubia wasn't just focused on making the test data look good, but on ensuring a smooth and comfortable everyday experience. The 3000 Hz instantaneous touch sampling rate in the Synaptics Touch chip, which improves first frame response speed by nearly 20%, also contributed significantly. We conducted a 62-hour, 7,000-kilometer continuous operation test. In-game, you can use it as a map key, such as for shooting or one-touch skill releases, depending on your usage habits. Dark Zone Breakout has been adapted for 90 Hz full map ray tracing. Delta Ops and League of Legends Mobile are compatible with a 140 Hz ultra high refresh rate, and Genshin Impact 3rd has been optimized for loading speed. The Z80 Ultra packs a whopping 7,200 mAh 4th generation battery. With 90 watt fast charging and 80 watt wireless charging, Nubia Z80 Ultra come with phantom black, light white, Starry Night Collector Edition color with Special Edition Luo TNE China Red color version. In summary, Nubia Z80 Ultra A 18mm ultra wide angle lens and 35mm secondary camera are unique, and compared to performance phones, it adds a touch of imaging flair to flagship performance. The shutter button can also be mapped, effectively leveraging its strengths. Now let's take a look at its design. The true full screen display that Nubia prides itself on. That's right, it's a completely hole-free full screen display. Furthermore, in this era of per capita display size, Nubia remains unconventional, opting for a small screen design. Hands-on with the device reveals a truly stunning visual experience. Furthermore, the curved mid-frame and velvet glass back create a pleasant, if not flimsy, feel. This time, Nubia not only sticks to its own ideas and hardware, but also finally keeps up with the mainstream in software. It can be unique, and at the same time, it can achieve flagship level configuration while sticking to what it believes to be right.